Sweet tea daily spreading the light. Oh, it was a happy day. Oh, happy day.
Oh, what a happy day it was, my friends. Today I'm sharing my experience at the OCC Processing Center in Atlanta, Georgia. Can't wait to take you behind the scenes with me. If you're new to Operation Christmas Child, the Processing Center is where thousands of shoeboxes are inspected, prayed over, and prepared to go around the world, bringing good news and great joy to children who need to hear the gospel message. Right away, as we're pulling into the OCC parking lot, there's a warm, friendly face there to greet us and direct us where to drop off our boxes of filler and the last 3 shoeboxes. At the drop-off point, we're met with a very kind OCC staff member named Pukawa. She was so kind and filled with such joy. We hadn't even started volunteering yet, and we were already so encouraged. As we entered, there were more friendly faces to greet us and to inspect our bags. Then we checked in using something called a Fast Pass. When you sign up online to volunteer, you can sign an online waiver and get a QR code, making the check-in process quick and easy. Then another wonderful staff member walked us over to our table, where we met our line leader, Lulu, and the team we would be working with. Everyone was amazing. The joy and energy in the room was contagious. I worked a 6-hour shift processing boxes, and I have some important takeaways to share with you. But first, I would like to talk about the filler bins. Most of the filler that was provided during my shift were donations from corporations. There were a few small boxes of crayons, some pen packs, and one nice pencil pack and homemade bags, a few party whistles, and many kaleidoscopes from individual donors. But everything else came from corporate sources. The best filler items were these beautiful plush stuffies, including several beanie bears with outfits that were from corporate donations. Unfortunately, there weren't many toys for boys. Despite the challenges, we worked with the filler provided. While I was grateful to have some items to fill the empty spaces in the shoeboxes, this was still one of the most challenging parts of volunteering at the processing center. As a processor, our job is to remove prohibited items and replace them with filler. I found quite a few used items, candy, and liquids. I also learned about a couple of surprising items on the Do Not Send list, which were solid bath bombs, likely because they could be mistaken for soap in other countries, and facial spa mask packets because they contain liquid. Now I'd like to share some data I collected while processing shoeboxes. I was inspired by a post on the Facebook group OCC Shoebox Packers. Tiffany shared a photo of a survey someone was given at the Aurora Processing Center, which gave me the idea to create my own data sheet. It was interesting to track how many shoeboxes I processed, how many were full, and how many needed filler items. Keep in mind, this was only my very limited experience of volunteering for 6 hours. I processed a total of 186 boxes. 116 boxes were full or overflowing. 35 boxes were 75% full. 20 boxes were 50% full. 14 boxes were less than 50% full. 63% of the shoeboxes I processed were overflowing or full, and 37% were in need of filler. 37% or 69 boxes needing filler of some kind might sound like a lot, especially when the filler may not be ideal, but I want to leave you with an encouraging thought. At least this encouraged me. A couple days before leaving to go to the processing center, a friend of mine shared a devotional with me, and this is what it said. Our God can turn less than nothing into more than we could ever imagine. And I thought the true gift that we're hoping the children receive is that of the gospel message and the Holy Spirit. And one more encouraging thought came from our line leader, Lulu. She told me that there was a box party somewhere in Africa, and all the children had received their shoeboxes, and they were delighted, but there was one boy sitting off to the side all by himself crying. In front of him was a box mostly filled with Band-Aids. There was something like 500 Band-Aids in this box. The missionary thought, oh no, the child must be upset with their gift. But actually the tears were the opposite of sad tears. He explained that he had prayed for Band-Aids because he's a hemophiliac, and he doesn't have clean bandages. All this to say, take heart, everyone. God is at work, and this mission is bigger than all of us. We must do the best we can and encourage others to do the same, but God is in control. So I'm going to leave you with some even more encouragement. Photos I took of some really beautiful boxes. It's incredible to think that these shoeboxes are going to bring joy, hope, and the gospel to children we will never meet, but who God knows by name.